Your network is bad.
Can you hear?
You settle in one place. Just settle in one place. You settle in one place. That you settle in one place.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you, Mr. Henry. Oh, I can hear you.
So I was telling you about the club. This club has been playing football in the village in Mpiima.
Yeah.
And currently the new management that has been formed has hoped that the club is to be transferred from the village and is going to play in Toro Town, not in Kampala, as you had said earlier.
Okay, okay.
The club is...
Well, I think it is the network that is disturbing Mr. Ward Henry.
Play at
Wow, wow. I would love to hear from him regarding that is Admin FC, the club that wants to shift to Toro Town. I would love to get him back, Bafamba. But let's get him back. Whatever, because they have a friendly game that's between Kataka FC or Kataka United Football Club and Admin FC. Are you back?
I'm back, sir.
Okay. The second, you say the club is moving from the village to the town?
Yes, it's moving from the village to Toro Town.
Yeah.
Because we are hoping that there are some sponsors who are online who are willing to sponsor the team. And that's one of the reasons why we are moving the club to town, because these sponsors need the club to be basically based in town.
Okay.
For getting more funds and very easy for them to access and monitor the club.
Okay. As a club in the 3rd division of Ugandan football, what's your opinion about the organization levels of Ugandan football?
The Ugandan football organization now, it is very good because it is favoring all clubs from lower division to the upper division. Unlike previously, whereby players are just being taken away by clubs, but now at least I thank the Federation of Uganda Football for the system that they have brought, whereby even the lower division clubs are being favored. Okay. No teams can just play around with the players and take them for free. Okay. And like in admin, we have managed even to transfer almost about 9 players to bigger clubs. That's in a big league and in Super League.
As far as I know, you lost the playoffs to gain promotion to the Uganda Premier League to Gaddafi a few years ago. How did that miracle? How did that affect the morale of the team?
As a team, yes, we are there. We are organized, and normally football there is a win and a lose. Like for example, when we lost to Gaddafi, we had to reorganize ourselves. And reorganizing ourselves, like last season we played, and again we lost to the arch rival, that's Mbale Heroes, who went to the playoffs. But this time around, we are really organizing ourselves to compete and make sure that we go for playoffs and also join the FIFA Big League. So it has not affected us much, but it has reorganized the club.
Okay.
Because we had to learn from the mistakes.
You have a friendly match against Kataka FC coming up this week. What do you want to achieve? Of course, that's the first question. Then, money or truly testing your team systems ahead of the season? Do you want money or you want to test your team ahead of the season?
On this occasion, why we are opting to play big teams like Kataka FC is basically because we have new recruitments in the team and we have had so many good players who have joined the team. Yeah. So we want to check these players, can they compete to the higher level? And secondly, why we are putting in the tag of money on it, the club needs sustainability. And you know, these smaller clubs always are sustained by the funds. Okay. Because the little the funds contribute helps us to sustain the club. So basically, that's why whatever friendly that we have that smaller contribution which we need from the funds, because we cannot run door to door. to get money from fans. But the best way is when they come and watch the game, like a beautiful game we are going to play against Kataka, because Kataka is a very big team that it just lost last season to reach the Premier League. And it is one of the biggest team in the Bukedi group, that's in the Eastern region. So that's why we have opted to first play them, because they are also preparing for the season in the big league.
Okay.
So basically, our game with the Kataka is to prepare our players and check the mindset that these new players we have signed, can they fit within the team?
Okay. Many Ugandans would also like to hear from you about football in East, especially now that as a region, you have several teams in the top league. Generally, tell us what the trick is you are using.
Basically, in the Eastern region right now, it is one of the most competitive region in Uganda. And I think it has waken up even the Federation of Uganda Football. Like for the first of its kind, it was last year, that's when Admin was one of the first regional teams to be broadcast live in FUFA TV.
Yeah.
Because of the competition that is in Eastern. And every team in Eastern is preparing very well for the season. That's why we as Admin, we are also preparing, and that's why we have opted to recruit in new players with a new mentality and a new ability. So, because now you're like our arch rival, that's Bale Heroes and Sia Young and Bale Garage, they are also preparing. So we have to prepare much harder and stronger than them, so that we can compete and make sure that we outweigh this season and make sure we reach to the big league.
Okay. So many players in Kataka FC, I would allege that they have no contracts. They play on just a basis of a good Samaritan, being people from that side. So how are the players sure that they will have contracts even without qualifying for the Super League?
In Kataka, that is a question which I might not be able to answer, because each club has its system, how it runs. There are clubs that have contract with the players and they pay salaries, but there are clubs that only play players allowance but at a bigger margin. There are those clubs that are just using players. At the end of the day, they have agreement. Of course, you cannot sign for a team when you don't have agreement. So this issue of saying Kataka has no contract with players, I don't think it is very right, because a player to join a team must have an agreement with that club. And you go when you've already signed the agreement. Otherwise, there's a FUFA form that a player must sign before joining a club.
Okay. As Admin FC, having failed to qualify for the Premier League or for the Super League, did you bring in some players? Did the players leave and the others come in, or you have the same players still?
Basically, we have recruited new players. So far, as I told you, we have about 8 players who have joined bigger clubs. We have players who have joined Busoga United. Some players have joined Kataka FC, around 2 defenders. We have players who have joined Luwero United. We have players who have joined Lugazi. Basically, all our players have joined bigger clubs. And for us, our principle, when we have these players and they get to a bigger club than Admin, we always allow them the privilege to go.
Okay.
However, we have recruited in new, good, talented young players who are going to also compete for the season. And we have mixed with some experienced players also who are from Super Division back to the regional league. Okay. So we are basically making something that is strong for the club and for our fans to enjoy the beautiful game.
All right. Sorry, I did mention the Super League. I should have mentioned the Big League. The game between Kataka FC and Admin FC is a friendly. How much the gate fares? How much do I have to partner with to watch that game? And where is the game?
Basically, the game will be played at King George Stadium, that is in Tororo Town. Yeah. And our fee is only 2,000 shillings, the entrance. That is to all our fans. And as I said, it is the fans. This is a team for the fans. Like I told you, Admin was basically an individual team. Yeah. But now we have decided to put this team to the hands of the community. So it is basically the community contribution that stands Admin FC currently.
Okay.
So basically, it is only 2,000 shillings get entry. Anybody who comes with the 2,000 shilling will come and watch the best and good quality players that we have signed who are going to surface Kataka FC. And it is, I want them to also prove that Admin FC has brought something that is going to compete for the next season.
Okay. Before you go, so many local clubs or so many up-country clubs opt for players from the central here. So, Kataka, Admin FC, do you have players from the community?
Definitely, our players, we are getting players all over Uganda. And we are mixing because now our target is to groom these young players also to reach to a bigger level. That's why I've told you at the beginning that Admin FC is the club that has managed to send the players to bigger clubs this season. 8 of them so far in Super League and Big League. We are not sending players back to the regional because those are same level that we are in. That's why our players have gained the momentum to join bigger clubs, and we have really brought in something that is going to work for the team.
Okay, Henry.
Yes.
Your parting remarks.
As we close, I really want to thank our fans and our sponsors who have come on the board to partner with Admin FC. And basically, we hope for the good of the season. And having lost last season to Mbale Heroes, that's by at least, it was just 1 point margin. But this time around, we have tried to correct our mistakes and let our fans be very strong wherever they are, and let them support the team and let them come in large numbers and support Admin FC. That at King George, we are ready to move, and the team is basically ready to deliver, and we shall cooperate with the community since we have decided to put these teams in the hands of community. And we have a very strong management. That is a combined effort. We have our chairman who was also listening online, that's Mr. Peter Kwemei.
Yeah.
And we have really set up the management structure, which is very big. And we shall get time, then we shall tell people about who's handling what and who's handling what. So that they know the people they are dealing with, not Henry alone, but now the team is handled by the majority of you, Tororo and Uganda at large.
Okay. Tell the chairman that we wish him the best, and let's pray that the team gets promotion to the big league. And let him also pay players. Players need to be paid. These things of telling us that there's no money. The chairman should know that players need
Ruben,
money.
Admin is the only club in the region that has no dates with the players.
Hey.
And we have tried for the past season that whatever we agree with our players, we fulfill. And we have been paying them properly. And this time around, it will be a different story.
Okay. Okay, Henry.
So we have a good record.
Unless otherwise, but I will tell you that Arsenal lost to Manchester by 3-1. What's your take on that?
You know, with football, as I said, there is a win. I'm a very strong supporter of Arsenal. And losing to Man U is not just something we said that it is a loss. We expected that. But they're also coming at him, right? And we shall discipline them. But basically, Arsenal is a stronger side for this season. I think everybody witnessed that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Henry, for having phone time to talk to us. And of course, there is a game that will be 7th between Kataka FC as well as Admin FC that will be happening in Tororo. So you can go and catch that game. It's only 2,000 shillings. Those around Tororo, and of course in the east, Soroti, Kumi, Palisa. You travel and watch and support your team. It's the regional team that needs support. But anyway, I'll leave the discussion of Arsenal Man U to John Barnes Setamo and Mekosef Maluandaga to take you through. Of course, I did not have enough time to discuss Arsenal's loss to Manchester United. The 3-1, okay, they took counter-attacks for me, made my day. The pass that Bruno Fernandes gave Eriksen is second to none. I mean, beating 6-7 players in just one pass is something that you can't find common. John Barnes will be here with Michael Sefuma at 1:30 to take you through, to discuss, to give you an in-depth analysis on the Premier League and of course the Serie A, the Milan Derby, where SC beat Inter 3-2 for the first time in 6 years. Milan had not won home again in the Derby, and they did beat Inter. That was 3-2. So Barnes will be here to discuss all that. But I've got to go. The GMU extra team is actually waiting to give you more regarding entertainment, education, as well as information. So you don't have to touch that dial. Good morning.